Sorry about that last video. I just realized after I watched it, I was only recording part of the screen, so you can see a lot of the stuff that I was talking about. So try number two. I'll try to edit that and delete the last video if I can before most of you guys watch this. But mistakes happen. We're all learning through all this stuff. So try number two. So this is how to do your next assignment on sources. Okay, so we're going to look at our sources that we did for our websites and our encyclopedia for this research paper. Okay, so I'm already on Google. I'm going to go in and a reminder, just as we're getting into Classroom here, make sure you check Google Classroom for all of your classes. Check your email, check your phone, however you're communicating with your teachers. Check that stuff every day. Might be pushing something out, maybe something just like this I forgot or had to fix something, or whatever. Okay, it's kind of a communication thing. So check those ways. Check your email, check your Google Classroom. Look for new things, because we're doing this stuff every day. Maybe some teachers have a different schedule, whatever. But check that daily. Have kind of a schedule. Hey, at 8 o'clock I'm gonna check my email. At noon I'm gonna check my email. You have to do that several times a day. Okay, so I'm getting into this assignment. So it looks like this. This is, remember, the stream. I like the classwork. Just to show you why, the stream is going to get pretty busy, especially if we start asking questions and posting different things other than assignments on here. So classwork, a little bit cleaner. We can put them in different folders and things. When we work on something other than the research paper, there'll be another folder for that. Okay, but to get into this new assignment, I like to go here, so that's what I'm showing you. Okay, so instructions. Follow the instructions. Okay, some of the biggest problems that we've had, grading and looking at everything that we've seen so far, so I've seen so far, and some of the other teachers have seen so far, students not following directions. That's usual. Okay, that is a usual thing. It does not matter if we're in the classroom or whatever. Okay, that it is what it is. Okay, that's one of our failings, right? But if you follow directions to the T, to the letter, this is a really, really easy assignment. If you try to wing it, it's possible. I mean, it's just like guessing on questions on a test. Like, you might guess right. You got a 25% chance on a multiple choice, right? But if you follow the directions, it's easy. If you don't, you're going to get lost pretty quickly after this. Okay. And again, I know some of you guys are using so many different types of ways to reply to this, to do this. We're trying to work with you too, but watch the directions. Okay. All right. Ask questions. If you need something, if you don't know how to do something, reach out and ask. Okay. It might not be right that second that we get back to you. I mean, there's a lot of students that we're trying to serve and trying to deal with and help, but can't answer a question if you don't ask. Okay, so be patient. We're trying to be patient on the other end, but ask those questions if you don't know. All right. Okay, so directions for this are pretty straightforward, a little bit shorter than the other ones, but find your source one document and open it. This is new. Okay, the last assignment we put one in there for you to turn in. You have to actually find this, and there's two ways, and this is actually how I found out that this video, the last video, wasn't working, because it was cut off where I actually showed you how to do that. All right, so find your source one document. To do that, you can click this class drive folder. Once I click on it, I literally can type in source one, and what this is showing me, what this is showing me is just stuff in my Google Classroom folder. So for this class, so if you go through there a different way, it's not going to look like this. But this is the last document that I worked on that has that name, source one. Okay, so if I type that in, that's cool. Okay, if I don't want to type anything in, if I just want to look at the actual folder, everything in it, I can still find it. Okay, but you'll have to look through probably this list view instead of the grid view. Hey, there's source one website, all that stuff. Okay, all right. But to do that, the search tab is really beneficial for me to be able to find things in Google Drive. Okay, so switching back to grid view, I do like this view to see kind of a preview of what it looks like, so I know, oh yeah, maybe I did this several times and screwed up one. I don't know. Okay, whatever reason, I know I want that one. So I'm going to open this one up. Okay, that was my direction. And I can just check and make sure it's the right file, because sometimes you can label things the wrong thing. Okay. Now I've already done one of the steps up here, so it looks a little bit different. Okay, but this is what I want. Okay, it's got everything on there, and I've got a little bit of what I'm going to show you here in just a second. Okay. So I open that. It's on a new tab. Cool. In another tab, open up a copy of research overview. So copy of research overview, there it is. Okay, if I just click on it, it should open up a new tab. All right. So when this pops up, I'm looking for number 4. Okay, number 4 is right here. So I'm going to copy this and paste it. Remember, there's different ways to copy and paste. I'm going to do the Control-C thing. Okay, and then the directions, if you remember, tell me to copy number 4 notes and all the words after I did that, then paste on my document that I've got open. Remember, it's going to have my name on it too. Boom, I pasted that. I've already done that, so I'm going to leave it there just like this. Okay, so I put that there for ease, okay, to help me out, right? I could look back and forth, right, but this makes it easy. It's right there on the page that I'm going to be looking for this stuff. So that's helping me out. So that's why we're copying and pasting. It's an extra step, but it makes it a whole lot easier. I'm just working on one document instead of having to switch back and forth. It's easier to do on a computer. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to find at least 4. Okay. Again, 4 pieces of information that I'm going to talk about why I'm using it. So reasons why I'm using it. Got some examples here, okay, that we're using, right? So this is why I'm going to use this information. All right, why is it important enough to include in my retelling of this research? That's really what a research paper is. It's regurgitation of information. It's really more like you're a curator than a writer. Okay, you're looking at all these sources that you've looked up about your figure, and then you're curating information that you're gleaning from all of these different sources you looked up. Okay, you're not rewriting this. Okay, it's not something that like you're an expert on Greek mythology now, so people need to read what you say about it. You're just relaying information from one credible source to whoever your audience is. Okay, so these questions help us find what information that we really need to include. Okay, so I'm not going to read all these to you for the video. You can read, hopefully, right? But who your figure is and what he or she represents, that's kind of who they are, what their job is, what their title is, something like that. Why is your figure important to Greek mythology? All these things, okay, are kind of an active way to look for those things in your stuff. So here's the next thing that's a little bit hairy for a lot of you. Where it said paste your website under here, there was about half of us that didn't do that. Okay, I think there was a little bit of a lack in communication there maybe on what websites are. Okay, but if you watch the video, those of you that watch the video, I guarantee it did this because I literally showed you how to do that, right? But when it says paste your website, we're not just wanting the URL. Okay, the URL is the stuff in the address bar. Okay, website, like that's literally the website that you went to. You copied all the words on it and then you pasted it on this file. Okay, so what I've got here is I did that. I followed directions. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so you can see that. But I've already found this first thing. So if I take that off, okay, I'm reading along in my document here on my sources that I pasted. Zeus was the king of the gods. Man, that's what he is. Okay, that was his title. That was one of the things that I was looking for. Who is my figure and what he or she represents? Okay, So Zeus was king of the gods and god of the sky, weather, law, order. Man, that's really good stuff there for A. Okay, so I'm just going to say I am including this because it shows what my figure job was and what he represented. Okay, so this is actually how I'm taking notes. So to go back, I highlighted what I'm going to use that answered one of those questions. And then I just put a little annotation. I noted, okay, annotation is a big word for note. Okay, so I noted why I'm doing that. Okay, why I'm including this information. Okay, so to look ahead, we'll use this information that we're highlighting and then annotating to make it a whole lot easier to look through. What am I going to use to actually write my research paper? What am I going to quote from? So I'm finding my quotations. I'm finding the important material that I'm going to use because there's a lot of stuff, right? If I was going to write everything that I looked up, man, we'd be writing like 50 pages, right? We're not going to do that. Okay, we're writing 5 paragraphs. So this is doing the work of curating or organizing that information, what I need to use. Okay, I'm weeding through all of the extra information. I'm finding the important stuff that I want to relate, okay, in my paper. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. All right. So, but to do it, how to do it, and this is more of a how-to video, I need to select all that I want, and then I comment on how to do that. Okay, so to comment again, I just select, and then there's this little plus, or I can right click and then click the little plus or comment. Okay, so that's how I do that. Right? I want to do that 4 times because that's what the directions tell me to do. I need four pieces of information. Okay, so going back to my directions, that is step 4, step 5, okay, and then step 6. We did all those. So follow the notes directions by commenting. That's how you comment. Showed you how to do that, right? Okay, so it's technical. Okay, it's technical. You have to follow processes, but that's how we're doing this. If we don't see that, we can't help you. Okay, there's all kinds of different ways you can do that. Okay, somehow write some notes on there. I know some of you are using PDFs to communicate. You know, however you can do that, cool. But that's what we're looking for. We're looking for those comments, and then some of us are looking at like 60 to 100 of these. Okay, so it helps us out if you guys follow the directions and do it that way. All right. Now, when you turn this in, this is very, very important, right? So when we turn this in, it's going to be a little bit of a different, okay, process than what we had before, right? Before, okay, on the previous assignment, there was already a file here, and you just had to literally click turn in. For this one, we're going to click this add or create button there on the assignment, and then I'm going to click this Google Drive, right? Now, this is if I'm following directions. If I've done everything that I was supposed to have done so far, that's what I click. Okay, so the things that should pop up, okay, Google's really good about this with recent. The thing that I was working on most recently, okay, is this file that I just got through typing my comments on. Okay, it should be right here. Okay, if not, you can always search for it. I can type in source one again, just like I found my file. That's fine. Okay, but this little preview of it shows me, hey, this is the document I was working on. Okay, I click that add button. It takes a little bit. Okay, but once I've done that, that's when I turn this in, and then I have to click that in twice. All right, guys. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully this is working for you guys. If it's not, if we need to do something different, let us know. Okay, let us know. Hey, coach, you need to do more on this. All right, man, help me out. Help me help you. Help your teachers help you out. Okay, if we can, we'll try, right? But this is the way we're communicating right now. So hopefully it's doing the job. I'm seeing some good stuff. This is really, really cool to kind of sit back and be able to do it the way that we're doing it. It sucks though. I miss the classroom. I miss seeing all your faces. I miss doing all that. But I mean, this is the new normal. This is what we have to do. So stay safe. Check your emails. Do all the things that we're at. But hey, wash your hands. Do little chores around the house. Help the family out. Do what you can do to help each other out. I know it's getting kind of testy around here because that's you around people for a long time. The same building, the same thing. Things get kind of, everybody's tension is getting up there. So be patient, love each other, help each other out. We're all in this thing together. If we can help you any way we can possibly help you, let us know. All right, go Zebras.